Hello, welcome to GottaBeReel movie reviews with Thommi.
That's me.
And Jules. And right now we're reviewing, or I think I'm reviewing, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
And this isn't just for kids, this is for adults too.
Yeah. For reals.
I don't remember.
How do you know?
I don't remember if I thought I played Sonic the Hedgehog before. Apparently I haven't. But I know who Sonic the Hedgehog is and I know what he does.
Okay.
So let's get started. So this is for adults and kids.
Yeah, it's
PG.
rated PG.
Okay.
All right, so it stars James Marsden.
Who?
James Marsden.
Say that one more time.
James Marsden.
There you go. Okay. All right, you can continue.
Or as I like to call him, Jimmy, because we like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, y'all cool like that?
We cool like that.
Okay. You didn't introduce me though. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Got it. Gotcha.
Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik.
He's so over the top. We've always loved Jim Carrey since what? In Living Color?
Yeah.
Remember when he was Fire Marshal Bill?
Who could forget?
Oh gosh, hilarious. Okay.
Ben Schwartz as Sonic, the voice of Sonic.
Okay.
Tika Sumpter plays Maddie Wachowski, which is James Marsden's wife.
Lucky girl, she's doing.
Idris Elba is introduced in this one. He plays Knuckles. I was like, I didn't know this. Okay, so I'm sitting in the theater and here comes this character. I'm like, that's Idris Elba. What?
We love Idris Elba. He's such a handsome man, and his wife is gorgeous. He got married a little while ago.
Yeah.
Beautiful couple.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Natasha Rothwell is Rachel. I love her. I love her in Insecure. I love her in this. Shamar Moore is introduced in this.
I haven't seen him in a movie in a while. He does a lot of series. I know he's on one, I think SWAT. I think he's still on SWAT, but I loved him on Criminal Minds. But he's also done the stories and all that before. I met Shamar Moore in person before.
Yeah.
I kid you not. First of all, the man looks even better in person. Don't ask me how that's even possible, because usually it's the other way around. He looks better in person, and he was an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah.
When he took pictures with everybody that wanted it, and somebody, it wasn't me, who yelled from the audience, "Take your shirt off so we can take pictures with him." It wasn't me, but he did it.
Sure, it wasn't you.
Yeah, I promise you, it wasn't me.
Chime in.
But he did
in
it.
The comments if you know it was her.
I promise it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
But not only he did it, and as soon as he did it, he started posing, and he was just the biggest sweetheart. That's why when you meet celebs, and they're in the public eye. They don't get peace when they go out, unless they're in their own neighborhood. This guy, he was just the biggest sweetheart, and I love him for that. So, okay.
I met him, too, many years ago.
Did
Mine
you?
was much more briefly.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
more of a, hi, how you doing? And, we kind of were passing each other. But, yes, I agree with the looks great in person.
Ridiculous.
And very nice, because he really didn't even have to, look my way or say nothing.
You can feel sometimes their energy that they give off.
Yeah.
And I salute them for that, because they don't get much peace when they go out in public. So for somebody to stop and take pictures and smile all the time, I love him.
Yep.
I just love him. Okay.
And Colleen O'Shaughnessy is Tails. And you know what's funny is she's the voice of Tails in the video game. So they brought her into the movie this time, which was really gracious of them. And
she's making bank.
Cool for her, yeah.
She's making bank
for you, Colleen. You go, girl. You do your thing.
So what's this new Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Now, do you think that people need to watch 1 before they watch 2, or is that really necessary?
Not necessarily, but it would help.
Okay.
But it's not like you wouldn't enjoy this one without seeing it. So
okay.
You don't have to.
Okay.
Okay, so when the manic Dr. Robotnik returns to Earth with a new ally, Knuckles, you know what? I'm not going to leave them. Yeah. Sonic and his new friend Tails is all that stands in their way. I got that from IMDb.
Okay. So he's trying to, is he trying to destroy the Earth, take it over?
No, he wants to destroy Sonic. He hates Sonic. And he wants his power.
Arch nemesis.
He wants his power. Come on,
he's a hater.
Video game.
He's a hater.
He's a hater, for real, to the highest degree. I thought it was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't as good as the first one.
And see, I heard somebody say the exact opposite. That's why we don't read stuff, or I accidentally heard somebody talking about it when I was at the store.
They thought this one was better?
It was an adult. They was like, "Oh my gosh, this one is even better than the first one." But we have different viewpoints. But that's why we don't read synopsis beforehand or reviews beforehand, because I don't want you deterring me making my own decision for it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes she might absolutely hate a movie, I might absolutely love it, and it goes both ways. But they said it was better than the first one. You disagree?
I thought it was cool that they brought in Knuckles and Tails, and then I missed the credit scene. There is a credit scene about 2 minutes into the credits because I had to leave because I had to take a friend to work. But Apparently, and the movie started late because they were having issues.
Technical issues? Like
technical
in the theater?
issues in the theater, yeah.
Okay.
Trying to get the trailers started. And I'm thinking, well, shoot, skip the trailers then. Like, this movie
Just
is
start the movie,
like
yeah.
over 2 hours or something.
Oh,
like,
is it?
2
Wow.
hours long.
Okay.
Like, okay, you had an issue. Like, skip that. Because we got, if everything would have gone as planned and went on time, I would have been able to see the end credit scene. But because of their mishap, I missed it.
You missed it.
But apparently it shows something foreshadowing Shadow Hedgehog.
So another one is likely going to come out.
Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Okay.
But you know what I heard is that Jim Carrey said that he's retiring after this film.
No,
so
Jim! No!
Yeah. So they kind of leave it to where, which was like the last film, is he going to survive? You know, maybe he's not. If he's, you know, they kind of left it up in the air for him. So if he decides to come back, there's an opening. Yeah, if he decides to not come back,
you can still
they have a story to do it too. So
he's probably wants. I mean, I think at some point, like I wonder this with Oprah. At some point, you want to be able to sit back and enjoy your spoils. I mean, you worked hard all your life. He's done so much. Maybe he just wants to kick back.
You know what though? Okay, look. Speaking from a non-actor's perspective and a movie lover's perspective, if you feel like it's getting that close to that time that you want to quit, maybe you don't get in a movie that you know that they're probably going to have a whole bunch of, you know, like part 1, part 2, part 3s. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, don't get into Marvels. Don't get into Sonic because you know they're going to keep making Sonics because the kids love it.
From an actor perspective, nobody would do that because why would you not want to be in another Sonic movie when you know it's a great movie?
But I'm saying if you know that you might be retiring.
Nobody does that. Nobody's like, no, I'm not going to take this because in the next year they might have a... Nobody does that. This is their craft.
Yeah, but... he's ruining the craft for us.
He's not ruining anything.
If he leaves, because we're used to seeing Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, now we got to get used to some Joe Schmo as
Come
Dr.
on, we
Robotnik.
do that on a regular basis. We see different characters come in and out.
That's why I'm saying, as a movie lover, that sucks.
For y'all, but that's nobody would want to just say, let me just stop doing movies.
That's why I said I wish they wouldn't.
I don't mind it. I get people want to have a life sometime and relax and... like I said, go
and
travel.
I get that, but then maybe you be in another movie that's not going to have sequels. Okay.
How is he supposed to know that when they do the first movie?
It's Sonic the Hedgehog. There's like several video games of it.
But that don't mean they're going to make all the movies. You don't know that.
I'm sure that they had a discussion because they're already approved for Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Because these are successful.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, and he may not decided that until later on in life.
Just like somebody that would join like freaking any Marvel movie right now, you gotta know, or Jurassic Park.
Maybe.
Unless they say, look, this is absolutely the last Jurassic Park.
And we did.
You know that
we brought in new characters for Jurassic Park, and I enjoyed it just fine.
There are so many different Marvel movies. You know you're gonna have opportunities to be in all of them.
Yeah, but you don't turn it down. That's your work. You don't turn down work, especially if it's a great thing. So we're not mad at Jim Carrey. I'm gonna be sad to see him go. I'm sad that we're seeing Bruce Willis go.
All. I'm not allowed to make my comments here.
He's not ruining anything. He's not ruining it. It's just a movie. Okay, we can get other people in there. Ryan will be great in here. Come on, you know he's goofy as heck. We could bring him in here and he would do probably just as wild and fun.
He's too big for this movie.
What do you mean big? You mean it's like popularity?
Yeah. And plus, Dr. Robotnik is a certain thing, and he has his own sense of humor. It just, I don't know.
Like Deadpool sense of humor type of thing. I don't know, but Jim, we are not mad at Jim Carrey for wanting to relax. That's okay.
I didn't say it was mad at me. I'm just saying.
You said don't do it. Nobody's going to do that.
That's all. Okay, don't do it and mad at is two separate things. All right, so I got some notes here that I pulled from IMDb. All right, so Sonic mentions several times throughout the movie how much he hates water. Gamers will know why, with the Hedgehog's underwater exploits often being accompanied by a nerve-jangling countdown until his oxygen expires. The movie, like in the games, Sonic wards off drowning by inhaling bubbles underwater. Replaced... Oh. Okay, my bad. Agent Stone's coffee shop is named the Mean Bean after the Sonic game Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Okay.
That came out in 1993. When he converts the coffee shop into a supervillain lair after reuniting with Robotnik, a large screen shows the Eggman Empire insignia from the more recent games.
So they got some tie-ins from other...
Yeah, and then here's what I was mentioning earlier. Colleen O'Shaughnessy is the only voice cast member from the Sonic the Hedgehog games to reprise her role for the films. It's just unbelievable and joyous and beautiful and amazing, Colleen O'Shaughnessy told the Wrap. All the excitement and love I received from the fans has been so gratifying, with all these tweets telling me they were hoping that I would get to play Tails in this film. They've had my back and have been so supportive since the beginning.
That's really cool. That's pretty cool. And it's always nice to, you know, when you make an original film at some point when you go do other ones, you either want to pay tribute somewhere, you know, like with a little scene or a cameo. But for her, that was fantastic.
Yep.
Her fans are fantastic for that.
Yeah, they are.
And I bet she had fun with it, too.
And it's a nice transition, too, because if you're used to playing the video game all the time, then you go to the movies, you feel more comfortable because you recognize that voice. And you don't have to be like, who did they get to play this voice? Because it's her.
Cartoon characters, it does throw you off when there's a new voice. Like, remember when in Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, we knew who did his original voice, and then when he passed on, the next one kind of, they try their best. But his voice, and he used to, Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
His voice is synonymous. And as a matter of fact, they still play Casey Kasem's Countdown on some radio stations, even though he's passed on. But you can't get, I mean, you would have to be hard-pressed to get somebody that sounded like him, because that's what we were used to hearing for Shaggy. Yes, very much. So they try, I mean, they've done okay with it, but it's sometimes they're so distinct, and you just want to feel that nostalgia. So that's sweet that they did that for her.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would give Sonic the Hedgehog 2 a solid 3.
Okay.
But that's me, and I don't have any kids. You know, I went to the movies, okay, and it was a little bit more full than I've even noticed before when I go at that same time during the day, because it's Sonic the Hedgehog, so people brought their little ones. I think some of those kids were a little too little to get it.
Yeah, it was
like
gone.
These people brought like a 2-year-old and a baby, and the 2-year-old just wanted to run up and down the stairs. They wanted to talk, and
that's what 2-year-olds do. That's why you don't take them through the movies.
She had to take him out. Like, I don't even know. I didn't even count how many times she had to take him out. I think the parents just wanted to see it, and they thought, it's a kid movie. My kid can see it, but the mom didn't even really get to see it. The dad was sitting there with the baby. And she had to keep going out with the toddler.
Yeah. If you can't get a babysitter, please just wait until it comes out on DVD or Redbox or whatever, because you just want to be courteous. Yeah. And we get it, but this is more, it's not necessarily a movie for a 5.
Yeah. The kid's not going to remember this movie.
And they're very angsty in there. It's hard for a kid to sit in the theater, which is also cold all the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're going to want to walk, and, you know, that's just what 2-year-olds do. So that's why sometimes, sorry, parents, but you may need to wait. Or if you can't get a babysitter, just be courteous to everyone else that's in there. That's all we're saying. We know your kids are cute and all that stuff.
But give us some comments. Let us know if you've seen it with your kids or whatever, too. And let us know what you think about it. Let us know if your kids liked it, because I couldn't tell if these kids really liked it or not. I mean,
they were bouncing all over.
We left. I didn't hear any kids like, "Oh, I love that, mommy."
You and see, the 2-year-old probably, like you said, didn't even get it. So yeah. But if they play, if you're even an adult, you probably played this video game as a kid, and I like seeing stuff that I played video. I wasn't huge into video games growing up. I was just a horror movie nut. You know, I was a weird little kid. But I remember Sonic the Hedgehog, and stuff like that is very nostalgic. I would love to see for them to do like a Donkey Kong movie. That would be hilarious. Donkey Kong, or even Mario Brothers. I know they could. That would be some fantastic casting. But I think those would be fun. Those would be fun to see. So okay, I want to watch it.
They did do a Mario Brothers one.
Did they?
I think.
I don't recall a Mario Brothers. Kind of like an animated feature.
I think I remember seeing like the video.
I've never seen it.
I have the video.
I'm gonna look it up, but if they did, I've never seen it. But now would be a good time, because all this stuff is really popular now. Doing stuff with the comics and the cartoons, you know, or video games or whatnot. That would be a fun thing to do. Yeah. And I used to love playing Donkey Kong Jr. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was my game. Save the Princess, and even with Mario Brothers.
They did have that movie where we had to fight the alien invaders or whatever, and they were coming as video game characters, because that's what they received from our, you know, emissions. So you had Q*bert, you had, I believe, Donkey Kong, you had Centipede for sure, you had Asteroids.
I need to find out what movie that is. You're going to have to find that for me, because now I want to see it.
Pixels. You had, it's called Pixels.
The movie is called Pixels?
Yeah. You had Pac-Man. You had...
Hey!
Yeah, it blended the video games with real life action. So
I'm gonna have to watch that.
I like that movie.
I like how they bring in like the CGI with actual humans, so it's kind of like a mixture in there. I think that's cool.
There are so many more. I just listed a couple, but you guys that have seen it, you already know that there's tons more.
And they have the little consoles now, like that you can literally like sit on your table and pick if you want to play like Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, all those old school games. They actually have those now.
Yeah.
I've seen them in a couple places, and they have like all of them. And
you could buy the retro games.
Mhm,
I
yeah.
have the retro. I have the retro.
Kind of
game.
like you play by hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No, not you play by hand. I have the retro console.
The console itself.
And it has, yeah.
Oh, and you can watch it right there on your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They have that for like Nintendo, and they have it for Sega, and I have the Nintendo one.
I remember they had it. I seen it at Fry's Electronics, which is of course now closed. But you could probably find it online. Probably
you
on
can
Amazon.
get it at Target. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it all over the place. Yeah.
Those are cool.
And then you can also get your own like stand-up game.
I've seen those too.
Yeah,
that would
Walmart,
be cool.
You can get it at Best Buy. You can get it like.
Wouldn't that be cool to have an arcade in your own room? Well, your house rather. As a matter of fact, downtown has that place where they have an
arcade bar.
Yes, I remember we went in there before, and it was like, oh my gosh, all of these games in here, and all you see is adults in there because it's
my
a fun
son, DJ
spot.
Aaron Michael, DJs there sometimes.
Does he?
Yes.
I'm about to go down there one day because I didn't play last time, but I'm like looking all around like, oh, that's sweet, and it's all adults in there because everybody's reminiscing and it's just fun.
Yeah.
So that's
the
cool.
longest time the games were free too, but I don't know if they're still free, but it was free. You could just.
Yeah, you got to pay for them now. It might be a few quarters, kind of like old arcades were, back in the day. So there you have it. Let us know what you thought of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, or if your kids watched it, what did they think? Were they intrigued? Did they keep their attention span? We want to thank you very much for tuning in to our review. Don't forget, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're on Instagram. If you want to help a couple sisters out with a donation, we have Cash App, GottaBeReel. Anything is appreciated, all right? Chat with us. Let us know what you want. We got you covered, all right? Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.